empty shell cases, usually an indication of fun that was had. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD, and this is just a handful of the fun that I've had with the Taurus long barrel revolver. Now, if you're watching this in the United States, you may as well just turn this video off right now, because here in the UK, to have a revolver or pistol that matter, it has to have a ridiculously long barrel, although that isn't such an issue with this particular pistol revolver. But what we do have to have, and you're gonna laugh your absolute backsides off if you're watching this in America or any other country where you're allowed to own pistols, we have to have this thing attached to the pistol grip. A wrist brace or some sort of device that gives it length. Basically to stop us non-criminals concealing it. So that's it basically. A long pistol. That's what we have to do in the UK to own one of these. It has to have a minimum barrel length of, I'll put all the details in the video. 12, I think it's 12 inches. Excuse me. And a wrist brace, or we call them wrist brace or wrist bar or whatever, sticking out the back just to give it added length. Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, if this got into the wrong hands, what's the first thing that they're going to do? They're going to just cut that off, aren't they? You know? So, but anyway, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and to be honest, for that on its own, I wouldn't personally own one of these. I just find it a bit off-putting. It makes a good-looking gun look pretty ugly. But for the guys that are in the UK watching this that fancy one of these, then try and look beyond that. Just look at the rest of it, look at the good part. To be fair though, and I will say it, using this revolver, this Taurus, this does actually, and I'm going to say it tongue-in-cheek, it does aid your shooting a little bit. It offers a bit of support. Well, I've got it in the wrong hand there, but it does offer a little bit of support with a revolver that's got such a long barrel. Yeah, I know. I'm still not having it though. I'm not convinced, but anyway, just tell yourselves that and you'll feel a lot better about it. But anyway, let's jump in and talk about the actual revolver itself then. So let's talk about the pistol in some detail then. First of all, I'll give you a bit of an overview. This one is a Taurus, and it's in 357 Magnum. So it takes 357 Magnum rounds, obviously. I was using these are PPU, full metal jacket, wad cutters really, target loads, factory loads, but pretty accurate. I mean, I was shooting this at 25 meters. I was getting about 1.5 inch sort of groups. I know it's not great, but that's standing up and sort of shooting this freehand with like the factory sights, sort of no scope or anything. I'll tell you more about the sights in a minute. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, to be honest, owning one of these in the UK, yeah, you'll get a bit of accuracy out of it, no doubt about it. But I think the main reason is just for the thrill of firing a handgun more than anything. Available in 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum and 22 rimfire. So that gives you some options, you know, if you don't want to pay for sort of big heavy loads, you know, like 44 Magnum for example, and you just want to run a cheap pistol, you can get one of these in 22 rimfire and you can shoot this thing all day long and not even feel guilty about it. Yeah, I do like these things. They don't appeal to me personally, owning one. don't know, they just don't, but they are good fun. There's no doubt about it, and I have enjoyed testing this thing. I know they've been out a while, you know. I think I've got videos on the channel from years ago where we were shooting a 44 Magnum, one of these at the range, and there's 1 or 2 videos that I've done on that one, but I just thought I'd bring one to the table, give it a rack and load review, you know, because there ain't a great deal about these on YouTube, you know, so I just thought I'd give you a typical rack and load detailed review and a good sort of close up and look at one of these. But they really are not bad at all, you know, good fun. But let's talk about it in detail anyway. Let's take it from the stock end or pistol grip end. You probably want to call that a stock, the blooming length of it, but anyway, let's not even go there. Hogue style sort of rubber grip there. Really nice and comfortable, to be honest. You've got Taurus's logo in there, sort of in gold. Really comfortable grip. And then the frame of it is obviously it's all metal. It goes without saying. Feels quite nice actually. The quality of this, it really isn't that bad. I'm definitely not new to handguns. I've fired, you know, loads and loads of them. But it doesn't feel that bad at all. It's, you know, the quality's not bad at all. Straight out of the box, you know, like I was saying, shoots quite nice, you know, fairly accurate. You've got to set it up a little bit depending on what sort of load you're using. But really not bad. These things do look good as well if you bang a red dot on them, or some sort of optic. Sort of adds to the fun. But this one, like I said, it's chambered in 357 Magnum. So you've 7 shots in the 357 Magnum, so there's the cylinder. Ejector as well on the cylinder, so you can soon empty this thing. Get speed loaders as well, you know, if you're doing a bit of practical pistol. I know guys do it in the UK using these things, you know, even though there's that thing on the end. A lot of guys do practical pistol with these, so yeah, speed loaders will work. Obviously you'll have to get a 7 round capacity speed loader for this particular one in 357 Magnum. 44 is in 6 shot, sort of standard 6 shot. I think the 2.2 rimfire, I think that is 12, is it 12 shot? Don't quote me on that, I'll put the details in the video. But yeah, you know, the cylinder does feel nice, you know, it's the quality of it feels pretty good, you know, when everything locks up nice. It's just feels good. It does feel good, you know. It's a wheel gun, you know, reliable as ever, as you'd expect. The cylinder release, obviously, is that there. Sort of got some grip on there to sort of just aid grip when you are reloading. But it swings out easy, closes up easy enough. You know, like I said, everything feels pretty solid. No sort of skimping anywhere. It just feels, everything feels good on it. What I did notice with this particular one, I don't know whether it's still doing it, but when I first sort of was just playing with this thing before I fired it, when you cock it, it felt a bit sort of, I don't know how to sort of describe it, a bit gritty. Sort of, when you cock that hammer, it just felt a bit gritty inside, but I think it was probably just because it was new, but it seems a lot better now. Yeah, it does, yeah, loads better. But obviously single action and double action as well. So, you know, you can rapid fire this thing if you wanted to, or obviously go a bit more accurate with the single action. And then moving along to the barrel, you've got this big 12-inch barrel. You've got like a ventilated rib along the top. It's got a nice profile, the barrel has. Obviously it is rifled as you would expect. Let's swing out the cylinder, see if you can see down. I don't know if you'll be able to see down the barrel, see any of it. Can you? Alright, maybe not. I've not got my torch on me, so that doesn't really help, does it? Let's get a case in there, see if we can. No, it's not working. Not got my torch. I was trying to give you a good look down the barrel there, but it's just not working. I am actually, guys, I'm in the middle of sort of moving my studio, so to speak, in my man cave where I do all the videoing, so it probably looks quite nice as it is, because all you see is this table, but I'm surrounded by junk. But that'll be another video. I'll show you the studio where I do all my video in when it's complete. You'll see it anyway, because I'll do all my my live streaming and everything from in there, so you'll sort of see how I've got stuff set up in here. But anyway, that's an entirely new, another video, so to speak. But yeah, I was on about the barrel. nice profile of the barrel, obviously rifled, and you've got this ribbing down the barrel. Really does look nice. And then moving on to the sights, standard sights, pretty much just target sights, blade, rear sights, fully adjustable. Not bad. Like I said, a lot of guys will throw on an optic. Easy enough to do. You can get the all the different mounts and whatnot to do that, or get a gunsmith to, you know, drill it and whatever you want to do, put a rail on. But there are accessories available for these things. Front sight is a non-adjustable post. I personally think that'd be better if that was a fibre optic myself. Big fan of fibre optic sights. And then moving along to the trigger. Well, the trigger guard obviously just flows in with the rest of the frame, and then the trigger itself is nice. No grip or knurling on the trigger. There is a trigger stop there, if you can just see it. Oh no, sorry guys, bad light. There we go. For what it's worth, we'll give the trigger a pull on single action. Obviously it is empty, nothing in there. Let's give it a pull, see what it does. Okay, let's give that trigger a pull then, see what it does. Okay, so 5 pounds 8 ounces on the single action. Should we do it again, just for argument's sake? £5 2 ounces. So let's just say, for argument's sake, just £5.5, more or less. So it's not bad, you know. Obviously it's a revolver. You're not going to get a match trigger. You know, it is what it is. It's a revolver. So, but yeah, a fun pistol. You know, it certainly does give you a thrill shooting these things. You know, it goes without saying, and especially in the UK where we're, you know, pretty much not allowed to do that anymore. You can get one of these to kind of curb your craving, so to speak. The 44 Magnum, got a lot of experience with the 44 Magnum version. That thing kicks like a bitch, I tell you, it really does. I found it uncomfortable to use. Not obviously because I'm a wuss or anything. It was just, I don't know, but I found it was uncomfortable. 357 obviously a lot lighter. You know, this is quite nice using sort of Magnum load, so you know it's fairly tame, and obviously you can get it in 2.2 rimfire as well, which is, you know, just recoilless. Well, not quite recoilless, but barely noticeable. I must admit, I've not tried the rimfire version. That might be quite good fun actually, to be honest. So, but anyway, guys, I'll just show you the instruction manual. Just go through that. Not bad, from Taurus. Obviously, find your required language. Now let's just find English and I'll talk you through it. There we go. Obviously tells you all your safety do's and don'ts like all manuals do. Sorry guys, just oh god, yeah, if only in the UK, if only. Basically just tells you how to adjust stuff and whatnot. You do get a security thing, I forgot to show you that actually, how you can lock the hammer, or the Taurus security system. Basically it locks out the firing mechanism. That is done sort of in there. So, well, I'll show you on the diagram. It's obviously easier. You make the adjustments there and sort of basically make this thing unusable. But obviously loads of other ways you can do that with firearms anyway, putting locks through them and cable locks and whatnot. And then moving along to the rest of it, obviously it tells you how to load the cylinder, how to eject cases, but a few tips on shooting, how to adjust the sights, how to decock the revolver, exploded diagram, got your parts list. So it's not a bad little manual, to be honest. So anyway guys, that's it then. I just thought I'd throw out a rack and load review of the Taurus LBR or LBP, long barrel revolver or long barrel pistol, UK version. You know, just thought I'd throw out my review of it. Yeah, it's a good, like I said, it's a good fun pistol. Technically a carbine, but a good fun pistol to sort of have, you know, and it will give you the thrill of shooting a pistol, there's no doubt about that. But not bad. I have I've watched a few other YouTube videos about this, and I have known it as well in my experience, where some of the finish, by the way guys, can come off on the cylinder after a bit, and that made me think, I wonder if anyone's ever had one of these Cerakoted in a different colour. That'd be a nice project, I think. You know, you could really sort of do one of these in a fancy colour or something, just to give it a bit of personalisation. Anyway though guys, that is it. That's your rack and load review of the Taurus LBR UK version, or LBP. This one is in 357 Magnum. Not a bad revolver at all. Really nice, you know, it's just gives you the thrill of shooting a pistol here in the UK. Anyway guys, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. That's Rack and Load. Thanks for watching. See ya.